video. Today we're going to be going over the Windwalker Monk. What we're going to do is go through the abilities, go through the talents, and then we'll go through a basic rotation so you can see how it all plays out. We're going to just go jump in the abilities here. And first we have Blackout Kick, cost 1 chi, no cooldown. Kick with a blast of chi energy, dealing physical damage. It reduces the cooldown of Rising Sun Kick and Fists of Fury by 1 second when it's used. This actually really smooths out the rotation now for the Windwalker, a lot less dead time, which is great. Chi Torpedo replaces his roll, that's a talent, we'll go over that later. Crackling Jade Lightning. Channel Jade Lightning, causing nature damage over 3.2 seconds to the target, sometimes knocking back melee attackers. Hasn't changed since ever. Detox, that's your remove poison disease effects, don't forget you have that, help out your healers. Disable, cost 15 energy, reduce the target's movement speed by 50% for 15 seconds, duration refreshed by your melee attacks, targets already snared will be rooted for 8 seconds instead. That's a talent. Fists of Fury, cost 3 chi on a 19-second cooldown. Remember though, Blackout Kick will reduce the cooldown of Fists of Fury by 1 second. Pummels all targets in front of you, dealing damage over 3.2 seconds to their primary target, and damage over 3.2 seconds to other targets. Can be channeled while moving. Flying Serpent Kick. Soar forward through the air at high speed for 1.4 seconds. If used again while active, you will land, dealing damage to all enemies within 8 yards, and reducing movement speed by 70% for 4 seconds. Leg Sweep is now baseline across all Monk's class specs. Knock down enemies within 7 yards, stunning them for 3 seconds. Paralysis, incapacitate the target for 1 minute. Damage will cancel the effect. Provoked, you do have his taunt still as a Windwalker. Resuscitate is your single target res. Rising Sun Kick, cost 2 chi, 8-second cooldown. Remember, it is reduced by 1 second every time you use Blackout Strike or Blackout Kick. Kick upwards, dealing physical damage and reducing the effectiveness of healing on the target for 10 seconds. Spear Hand Strike, 15-second cooldown, that's your interrupt. Spinning Crane Kick, spinning while kicking in the air, dealing physical damage over 1.2 seconds to enemies within 8 yards. Spinning Crane Kick's damage is increased by 10% for each unique target you've struck in the last 15 seconds with Tiger Palm, Blackout Kick, or Rising Sun Kick. Storm, Earth, and Fire, this is your big damage cooldown. Split into 3 elemental spears for 15 seconds, each spirit dealing 45% of normal damage and healing. You directly control the Storm Spirit, while Earth and Fire Spirits mimic your attacks on nearby enemies. While active, casting Storm, Earth, and Fire again will cause the spirits to fixate on your target. Tiger Palm, costs 50 energy, this is your basic chi builder, generates 2 chi, attack with the palm of your hand, dealing damage. Tiger Palm has an 8% chance to make your next Blackout Kick cost no chi. Touch of Death, inflict mortal damage to an enemy, causing the target to take damage equal to 50% of your maximum health after 8 seconds. During the 8-second duration, 10% of all other damage you deal to the target will be added to the final damage dealt. Touch of Karma, this is one of your damage mitigation cooldowns. All damage you take is redirected to the enemy target as nature damage over 6 seconds. Damage cannot exceed 50% of your maximum health in the last 10 seconds. Transcendence, split your body and spirit, leaving your spirit behind for 15 minutes. Use Transcendence to swap locations with your spirit. That's your Transcendence transfer. It's on a 45-second cooldown. Vivify, cause a surge of invigorating mist, healing the target for 2,500. Dragon Punch is a talent. Zen Pilgrimage will take you back to, I don't remember what it's called now, the big mountain. Doesn't take you to the Lore Hall anymore. Okay, on to the passive. You have Afterlife. When you kill an enemy, you summon a healing sphere, healing you for 2,600 when you walk through it. When you kill an enemy with Blackout Kick, you have a 50% chance to summon a chi sphere, granting you 1 chi when you walk through it. Mastery Combo Strikes. Your abilities deal more damage when they are not a repeat of the previous ability. So you don't hit Tiger Palm twice in a row, don't hit Blackout Kick twice in a row. Alternate those as you're throwing in your Rising Sun Kick, your Fists of Fury, Whirly Dragon Punch, all that stuff. We'll go over that in the rotation section. Mystic Touch. Your damage weakens the target, increasing physical damage taken by 5%. That is your group. That is the group debuff that the Windwalker brings. Windwalking. You and your allies within 10 yards have 10% increased movement speed. You have that as well. Alright, so let's go through the talents. They haven't changed a whole lot. Couple changes, not a whole lot, but Some nice changes. Alright, row 15. You have Eye of the Tiger. Tiger Palm also applies Eye of the Tiger, dealing nature damage to the enemy and healing to the monk over 8 seconds. Chi Wave. A wave of chi energy flows through friends and foe, dealing nature damage. They are healing, bouncing up to 7 times to the target within 25 yards. This also counts for your combos. So you can go Tiger Palm, Chi Wave, Tiger Palm, and it won't break your combo. Chi Burst. Hurls a torrent of chi energy up to 40 yards forward, dealing nature damage to enemies and healing to the monk and all allies in its path. Chi Burst generates 1 chi per enemy target damaged. Now that last part is key if you want to use Chi Burst. Chi Burst generates 1 chi per enemy. You see a group of guys you throw out there, boom, you're at full 5 chi. And there you go. On to level 30 is your movement. Celerity. Reduces the cooldown of roll by 5 seconds and increases its maximum number of charges by 1. Chi Torpedo. It replaces roll. Torpedoes you forward a long distance, increasing your movement speed by 30% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 2 times. Tiger's Lust. Increase a friendly target's movement speed by 70% for 6 seconds and removes all roots and snares. Just remember this can be cast on your friends and allies. Level 45, we have Ascension. Increase your maximum chi by 1, maximum energy by 20, and your energy regen by 10%. You have Fists of the White Tiger. Costs 40 energy on a 30-second cooldown. Strike with the technique of the White Tiger, dealing physical damage, generates 3 chi. Energizing Elixir. Chug an energizing elixir, refilling all your energy instantly and generating 2 chi. Tiger Tail Sweep. Increase the range of leg sweep by 2 yards and reduce its cooldown by 10 seconds. Good Karma. Touch of Karma can now redirect an additional 50% of your maximum health. Ring of Peace. Form a Ring of Peace at the target location for 5 seconds. Enemies that enter will be ejected from the ring. Obviously, all 3 of these are very good choices. You just have to work with your group to figure out which one you need for any given time. Alright, level 75, we have Inner Strength. Each chi you spend reduces the damage taken by 2% for 5 seconds, stacking to 10 times. So basically that will stack up to a 10% damage reduction. Diffuse Magic. Reduce magic damage you take by 60% for 6 seconds, and transfer all currently harmful magic effects on you back to the original caster if possible. Dampen Harm. Reduce all damage you take by 20 to 50% for 10 seconds, with large attacks being reduced by more. Level 90, you have Hit Combo. Each successive attack that triggers combo strikes in a row grants 1% increased damage, stacked up to 6 times. So you can get a 6% damage increase there. Rushing Jade Wind. Summon a whirling tornado around you, causing 120 damage every 0.6 seconds to all enemies within 8 yards. Invoke Zwin, the White Tiger. Summon the SFG of Zwin, the White Tiger, for 20 seconds. Zwin attacks your primary target and strikes 3 enemies within 10 yards every 1 second with Tiger Lightning with 4 nature damage. The 100 Spiritual Focus. Every 2 chi you spend reduces the cooldown of Storm, Earth, and Fire by 1 second. Whirling Dragon Punch. Performs a devastating whirling upward strike, dealing damage to all nearby enemies, only usable while both Fists of Fury and Rising Sun Kick are on cooldown. Then you have Serenity. It replaces Storm, Earth, and Fire. Enter an elevated state of mental and physical serenity for 12 seconds. While in this state, you deal 20% increased damage and healing. All chi consumers are free and cool down 100% more quickly. Alright, so I have a basic build here. Took Eye of the Tiger, Chi Torpedo, Fist of the White Tiger. You can take Ascension for the energy regen, the maximum energy, and the chi, which is nice also. Fist of the White Tiger, 3-second cooldown, generates 3 chi, which is nice also. I don't really like Energizing Elixir. I know a lot of the monks out there will hate me for saying that, but it's just the way I like to play. Always go with Hit Combo in my opinion, and I'm going with Whirling Dragon Punch. Now, as a basic rotation, you never want to hit the same ability twice in a row. So you don't want to hit your Tiger Palm twice in a row, don't want to hit Blackout Kick twice in a row. So, here's going to be your basic rotation. We're going to fly in with a Flying Dragon, get Tiger Palm, Blackout Strike, get that, and we're going to go right into a Fist of Fury. Right Tiger. Let's see, flows real nice now. I'm actually screwing up the rotation, but it's okay. pop our guys out here. It's a fairly easy rotation once you get used to it, but it is a lot of fun as also. Now one thing you'll notice right now, if you haven't noticed already, the spinning crane kick is having, there's a bug on it right now, where it's stacking every time no matter what. I'm only hitting one target, but as you can see it's at 5 stacks, so that will change once the beta is over or they address that issue. So, the way spinning crane kicks works, every time you hit a different target, so say you hit that one, and over here we're going to hit that one with a chi spender, so there's rising sun kick, blackout strike, there's that, and you go in, and we're going to do that. Increase the damage every time. Obviously you can change some things around depending on your play style. Obviously if you don't take Boiling Dragon Punch, you don't take White Fist of the White Tiger, and you go with, let's say, Serenity and Ascension, you're going to be doing a lot more Tiger Palm to Blackout Kick. You're just going to be doing a lot more back and forth. Simplifies the rotation a little bit, not as much fun in my opinion, but it's just how it works. It's a basic rotation. Works a lot better once you're actually playing it, getting used to it, but there you go. That is the Windwalker Monk. You can see a few of the changes. Everything is good. The rotation smoothed out a little bit. Less downtime, just swapping back and forth from Tiger Palm and Blackout Kick. It is great, and I'm looking forward to it because the Monk is my main. So, do want to thank you all for watching, and make sure to throw up a like and subscribe, and also check out my Twitch channel. It is twitch.tv/venison85.